I want to know about these summer people too.
It's that time she'll make us laugh again. See how our pets have been. Another week's gone by. So settle in to hear our thoughts and views. Only the ones we choose on the Kathryn Dunn Show.
Oh my God.
You are listening to the Kathryn Dunn Show. That's actually us. We did summer things. We are summer people. That was by Franklin Gappa. Thank you so much for lyrics and music. Elaine, you are stunned.
I didn't hear any music. I didn't hear anything.
Oh
Oh,
no.
You saw the people.
I saw people swimming and dancing. I was like, what are we all looking at?
Didn't you look great?
Yeah, is that us? I missed it because
Why
Yeah,
couldn't
you
you-
don't remember?
Wait, why
when
couldn't
we
you
did
hear
the shoot?
anything?
I don't
Before
know.
Did
Like,
you
quarantine.
go?
That's the last thing we did before quarantine.
oh.
Wow.
Looks like the Delaware Water Gap, but I was just, and everybody looked very happy, but I didn't hear any
That's because you
music.
brought all the edibles. It was a lovely day.
I was in charge of bringing stuff. Yes, I was. I admit it.
So thank you, Frank, for that. In the future, we'll have another video. It's exciting. Stick around. Who knows what's next?
I
Yeah.
had to delete all my summer videos so no one steals my stuff
Wait.
online.
I know, right? Who are these people other than us? Welcome, Roberto de Jesus, CC, Matt Capazzi, Elaine Vario. My mom and Bull are not present today. I apologize. We've switched days. I don't think I told everybody. We even lost our musical guest. Zoe Mina will be with us next week. I think that could be true. I don't know what is anymore. But the thoughts and opinions expressed on the Kathryn Dunn Show may or may not be those of the people expressing them. So, like, don't take it out on us. And I don't know. That's everything. This is episode 5. I did this, but I meant this. And if anybody wants to know, I highly recommend the thing I've been using, which is nothing. I went and I saw flowers. Did anybody hear that?
Yep.
That was a truck.
Is that a ghost?
Wow.
Is that a lie
Maybe.
detector?
A what?
A lie detector?
It could be the lie detecting truck. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's time for a whine and a whisper. Or ASMR. We could just listen to Elaine. Paper.
Oh
Elaine,
yeah, paper.
keep crackling your paper.
No, I'm not gonna. That was just.
What it was by the sound. Was it? I meant that you didn't.
What? Okay, I don't know what Elaine's doing, but I already forgot what I had to complain about.
Well, I stopped doing anything.
Oh, no, you were supposed to keep doing it. It's called ASMR.
Oh well. Okay, this is what I'm doing.
So now we guess what it is based on how it sounds.
You'll never guess in a million.
A bag of screws from IKEA.
You're Ricky Lee?
With parts.
It's a.
You're shouting.
It's a Genesis gift bag stuff.
Like a Sega.
Like a ticket. Wait. Like, wait. Like a keychain. Like a necklace. And a little symbol like an old college hat.
I don't know what any of that means,
It's a
but
band.
thank you.
It's a band. Phil Collins, the Genesis.
Oh, nothing to do with Sega. And that was Wine
That's
and
a
a
whole-
Whisper.
That's a whole
Wine
different
and a
gift bag.
Yeah. I didn't understand what any of that had to do with games. But this next piece, I don't even know. What? Is everything okay, Elaine?
No, I'm totally not here. Just not here. Just make believe it I'm here. Okay.
Well, today the fun game is guessing which one of us is higher, Elaine or me. I think it's time for the weekly wrap down. I think it's already that time, guys.
Woo! Weekly wrap down.
I know.
Yeah.
Let's see, Roberto. Let's see how Roberto's weekly wrap down goes. It's gonna be exciting.
All right. I'm a little sick right now, so I need someone else to wrap it for me.
Yeah, so I'm going to lip sync, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna Milli Vanilli this.
You're gonna read it and try to look as tough and sad because there's not a lot of happy news. Good luck.
Not much has happened in the world lately. Okay, that might be a lie, but the United States is raging. Explanation later, let's head out to the Pacific. Another earthquake in Indonesia where plates shifted. Haiti mourns the victims of over 40 lives and dozens injured when a gas truck exploded by surprise. This Kenya drought is no lie. Viral shots of 6 giraffes laying dead on the ground, but God, why? If I can give them food or water, I would in a second. Or cure South Sudan of this disease that's undetected. 89 dead and scientists don't know the reason. Many apologies for these dismal headlines on Xmas season. Kim Jong-un and K-pop apparently don't mix. You'll be executed for watching and distributing the music. Nothing super positive, so I'll switch to something local. Let me shed some light, but super dim and hit you with translucent. Over 800,000 Americans will not see New Year. 2021 was more devastating than the previous. Mainly unvaccinated and elderly are the ones who should fear. And if you think these numbers are off, then you're delirious. Vicente Fernandez, the king of ranchero, and Arthur Ann Rice both died of natural causes, along with bell hooks, author, professor, and activist. It seems 2021 was a major year of losses. Tornadoes brought hell to over 70 in Kentucky, and Amazon workers near St. Louis weren't so lucky. If Bezos can make amends, he would still be a Krampus. People are dying trying to make sure you get a Christmas. In lighter news, Steph Curry broke the 3-point record. Cheers. Elon Musk is now Person of the Year. Olivia Rodrigo and Simone Biles got their titles, but Time Magazine is not the Bible, to be clear.
Kathryn, you need to update your malware bytes.
What's that?
What's that?
It's on your screen.
I eventually figured out what I needed to do and I want to do over. Do you guys want to try that over again? Because I think I finally figured out the button.
I thought that was I thought she did pretty well. Did you want me to write it in the chat or you saw it okay?
Heard nothing again.
I saw the lyric. I didn't see Christina.
Oh, you didn't see Christina. Oh, because you're on your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw it, but heard nothing.
I was reading with the attachment that Kathryn sent us earlier with just the picture of all the words. But
big.
Oh, you can see me in the corner. Yeah.
That's the idea. Do you want to
do
go?
it again?
Do you want
Do
to
it
try
again.
again?
Do it
Okay.
again.
Christina killed it.
No.
Do it again. Do it again.
Do over.
Write her own
Christina
rap.
did kill it.
Do it again.
I
But-
think somebody else should go this time. I think
All right,
Elaine
who
or
wants to
Matt.
go this
I
time?
nominate Elaine.
I can't see the words. I can't see the words, and I can't hear anything.
You got the flow, Christina. You got the flow.
You got the flow.
Yeah.
You looked like you had the flow. I couldn't hear it, but you looked like you had the flow.
Christina's got the juice. You got the juice. CC.
Crazy juice.
MCCC.
Oh, jeez.
Are we doing it again? Or are we moving on in 3, 2?
No, keep going. Move on. We're moving on. It's all right.
Wah.
Yeah.
Oh wait. So we got one for move on, one for do it again. Matt, what do you want?
I think do it again.
Do it again.
Okay.
Do it
Fuck
again.
it. We're gonna do it again. This time, hopefully,
me the
it'll be
words.
better.
In the chat, please.
Damn, this is a fail.
Not much has happened in the world lately. Okay, that might be a lie, but the United States is raging. Explanation later, let's head out to the Pacific. Another earthquake in Indonesia where plates shifted. Haiti mourns the victims of over 40 lives and dozens injured when a gas truck exploded by surprise. This Kenya drought is no lie. Viral shots of 6 giraffes laying dead on the ground, but God, why? If I can give them food or water, I would in a second. Or cure South Sudan of this disease that's undetected. 89 dead and scientists don't know the reason. Many apologies for these dismal headlines on Xmas season. Kim Jong-un and K-pop apparently don't mix. You'll be executed for watching and distributing the music. Nothing super positive, so I'll switch to something local. Let me shed some light, but super dim and hit you with translucent. Over 800,000 Americans will not see New Year. 2021 was more devastating than the previous. Mainly unvaccinated and elderly are the ones who should fear. And if you think these numbers are off, then you're delirious. Vicente Fernandez, the king of ranchero, and Arthur Ann Rice both died of natural causes, along with bell hooks, author, professor, and activist. It seems 2021 was a major year of losses. Tornadoes brought hell to over 70 in Kentucky, and Amazon workers near St. Louis weren't so lucky. If Bezos can make amends, he would still be a Krampus. People are dying trying to make sure you get a Christmas. In lighter news, Steph Curry broke the 3-point record. Cheers. Elon Musk is now Person of the Year. Olivia Rodrigo and Simone Biles got their titles, but Time Magazine is not the Bible, to be clear.
Yo, you should wrap your own news, CC. You should wrap conspiracies.
Dang, you got flavor.
You should wrap conspiracies, CC.
That was good.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna lie, that actually sounded. I gotta figure out how I made myself sound a little bit more crisp. I gotta figure that out.
Wait, what do you mean? That was crisp, or you need to make
I
it
gotta
crisper than whatever that was?
I gotta save these settings for my mixing down my voice, because it actually was pretty clear.
Awesome.
Maybe Christine rapping it made it look more. Maybe I could hear what I'm saying better when Christina raps it.
It might be that.
Yeah, that might be it.
That might be the new norm. That might be how it has to go down. Thank you so much, Roberto. That was the weekly wrap down.
Yeah. Crazy stuff. I'm sorry, like it got really sad. I just realized when I was reading it, I was like, damn, I was like, I'm gonna have to do some more uplifting news next week.
I feel like I had some inappropriate facial expressions because I was trying not to laugh at myself.
Well, now you get to watch it, and that's the fun.
Yeah.
Of whatever this is. And now for some uplifting animal news. Unless there's anything anybody would like to talk about.
Yeah, is anything anybody wants to talk about?
It's a lot. It's a lot to take in. It's.
Yeah, you promise uplifting news, but like the world has to deliver for that to happen.
Right. Yeah. I'm on the Good News Network, this app on the phone. Even when I look at it, it's like nothing compared. Like some of this I have to bring to light. There's literally like this major disease that killed 89 people in South Sudan, and nobody knows why. Nobody, like, why would I rap about like, cat got saved from a tree when like no one really knows that South Sudan has like this crazy virus happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just,
wait, that's the one. Wait a minute.
And now 2 Elaines.
Wait, I know. I gotta.
You definitely don't need to worry about those cats being saved from a tree when all that real stuff is happening. Elaine, have you any cats saved from trees?
No, but there was a dog that was saved and is
saved
now
from a tree.
Well, I don't know, saved from a bad life and dropped off at a shelter. And I hate calling them shelters because there really aren't enough of them that really shelter. But that's another whole story. But this dog is now in the Nutcracker suite, but I can't pull down my video.
That's why I love Elaine's accent, because the word dog is only 3 letters, but she turns it into like 6. Well, there was a dog.
It was a big dog. If it's a little dog,
it was a dog.
Yeah, big dog.
DOUOUAWG.
I know you said letters, but I heard syllables. And I'm like, where are the 3 syllables in dog?
There was a dog.
Dog.
You guys, that's because you're cat people. Oh no, you're not even a cat person. I don't know what your excuse is.
You guys don't watch Big Mouth? Nobody watches Big Mouth on Netflix? Oh,
I've
okay,
seen
forget
it.
it.
I
I've
haven't
seen
seen
some
it
of it.
recently.
So Nick Kroll plays this girl Lola, and she talks like that. She's like, dog.
It's a real
Listen,
person.
Nick Kroll says that at the end of
Yeah,
every
don't be
sentence.
mocking us New Yorkers that talk like that.
Kathryn Dunn.
Even.
What are you
That sounds like-
talking about?
Wait, that sounds like Bullwinkle. That sounds
And that
like
was uplifting animal news. Thank
I don't
you.
sound like that at all.
anyway.
And
The dog was
now-
taken to the nice place and taken care of, and now he's doing 3 shows a day on stage with the Nutcracker in West Virginia. The
Oh my
end.
God. The poor
Is he
dog.
Is he neutered? Sorry.
Probably. If they take him in a shelter, they neuter him. You
And
don't
he's
get
playing
out of the,
Nutcracker.
you don't get out. Well, you don't get out of the shelter with your nuts. Just everyone knows
Oh,
that, right?
Imagine if they did that for people.
oh shit.
The dog said, "Yeah, I'm on that."
Oh, was that Wally?
While he voted, do it to people.
He was not happy with what we said.
Oh,
Oh no,
Oh,
he said,
man.
"Do it to people." Go ahead, do it to
He's
people.
like, you fucking talking about my nuts.
Yeah.
No one should have their nuts taken. Poor Wally. Still traumatized by that day.
Wally.
Now it's time for Tattletales.
Walnuts.
well,
What do you
guess who has another victim?
your psychopathic cat Chubsy.
Yep. This time it was a bird.
Oh.
You said that was gonna happen,
Hmm.
didn't you? Didn't you say the next thing's a bird?
Well, because she always does birds. This time it was a sparrow. So
Uh-oh. He wants up. He wants
Look
up.
at Wally.
at least it wasn't something endangered. At least it was an invasive species.
Oh my God.
Right?
Speaking of
That was
endangered
invasive.
and Wally
Where'd
just
Wally
sounded like
go?
a straight up pterodactyl.
Aw,
Yeah.
he did actually. Mr.
Look at
Cute is so
Mr.
cute.
Cute.
So,
Oh, he's uneasy.
Just a frozen Mr. Cute. Like full blown Mr. Cute freeze. Let's see some Mitzi.
Mitzi, what's she
Mitzi,
hiding
Mitzi,
under?
Mitzi. Oh,
She's in a cabinet.
you could tell
Oh
by
my
the way our
goodness,
box-
that's her room, you mean?
Yeah.
Mitzi.
Such a pretty lady.
Mitzi.
Oh, she's so cute.
Almost like a gangster name back in the 20s. Get him, Mitzi.
Yeah, that's right. See, you're gonna go down to Mitzi. She's down by the cabinet. You're gonna give her some nip. You give her the right amount, she's happy with it, and she'll let you in the speakeasy. It's on the other side of the cabinet. Oh well, she's not letting you in. She's gonna close the door on you. Now get on scram. You didn't appease Mitzi. Oh no!
All the cabinets and all the houses in all the world.
Full blown no camera. Like Mitzi's done. She's like, no. So we didn't get into Mitzi speakeasy. Wait. Oh, I saw her for a second and then I didn't.
That's looking up from Mitzi's point of view.
Oh, that's her POV. This is what she sees. Oh. I don't know if it's my internet or you guys. Oh, Mitzi, look at that. She's looking at her window.
Aw. All right, it's frozen Mitzi.
Mitzi on the fritzy. Look at you, Mitzi, lying down. Oh my goodness, she knows.
It's like an X-Files intro. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. There you are. She looks like she's got the whole universe around her neck, like in Men in Black. Let's see. What was that? Orion's belt? Oh, how do I remember that after 25 years?
Oh, such good Mitzi. What is that? An episode?
A Men in Black, Orion's belt. Remember?
Mm.
They had the
Marbles.
no, they had the necklace. What was it? The cat that had the necklace, and the little necklace had a little orb.
Yeah.
It just so happened to have the galaxy inside the orb. All right,
That then became Marbles, right?
yeah,
Well, our
it zoomed
universe
out at the
became
end
Marbles,
of
yeah.
the end of the movie. It zoomed out into some alien playing with marbles.
Yeah,
And
that's what
our
everything
own
is.
universe.
That reminds me of this day in history. But before that happens, any more tattletales before we move on?
Zelda went to the vet for the first time, well, since we've had Zelda, and the vet was like, we did stool samples, blood work. Zelda's totally fine. We were like, you know, the shooting of the diarrhea out of the anus. I don't know how to make it sound good. Like,
What was
Did you
that in
try
the end?
any medication?
gave her new food that was specifically for puppies with upset stomachs. We found it on Amazon. We used it. It's working perfectly. The doctors also gave us some pills, some medication for like tapeworm and probiotics. We gave her so Zelda's 100% fine. Like $500 later, make sure our dogs are good. So Zelda's stool is getting stiffer, stiff stools. And that's it. She's happy, eating a bone right now. Not a care in the world.
Stiff stool Zelda.
Stiff stool Zelda. I don't know. It sounds Zelda with the stiff stools, and she's getting bigger still somehow. So
Well, I'm very glad that her stools have stiffened up. And they're not all over the place like projectile style. And Tony is taking the high road and attacking Trixie, just like on the bed and just going for the dive. And I got her a catnip toy today, and she's a maniac.
aw.
Yeah, I love it. She's got an addiction. I love it. She's so cute, crazy. That's the Tony news, and the Trixie news is that Trixie's adorable. Yeah.
Is that
That's
why
all.
you're Trixie Pants? You're Trixie Pants, right?
Yeah, it's my dog, Trixie Pants. That's one of her nicknames, Trixie Pants.
You don't want to be like Tony Pants? Is Trixie like the favorite?
Well, it was Trixie Pants originally. So I didn't know what to name myself when I started using Instagram a million years ago. And I was like, oh, I'm going to name myself after my dog. But my dog has an Instagram. It is the Trixie Star. And then 2 R's. And then Tony has her own Instagram. And I think it's Tony Cats or Tony Tiger with 2 R's again. Yeah. Yeah. So no, I don't want to change it because I tried changing it once and I didn't like it. So it's just like I don't know why. I also have like the Kathryn Dunn show. I have too many Instagrams. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. That's the bottom line.
That's okay. None of us know.
And that was Tattletales. Now, ooh, that reminds me. The word to get started is tree.
That reminds me of this one time when I was little and it was Earth Day and McDonald's was having like a special like Earth Day themed toy in the Happy Meal, and it was a baby tree, and I went with my friend and her little brother and sister, and we all got these Happy Meals with these little Earth Day trees, and my friend's little sister broke mine, and I was like devastated. I was like weeping because my tree was dead.
That reminds me that I have to get a Christmas tree.
That reminds me, I was told that there's like a Christmas tree shortage in some places in this country. And I think of it every time I see just so many Christmas trees that I don't think people are even going to buy, that they were ripped from the earth for some weird Weird ritual.
Ooh, that reminds me of this video that Snoop Dogg shared on Instagram of this guy driving, like these people recorded it from their car. And it's this guy driving in like a little Saab convertible, and he's got like a 2-foot tall Christmas tree, a real tree, but like 2 feet tall, strapped to the back. And they're laughing at him and saying that he could have put it in the passenger seat.
Weird rituals remind me of the Olympics. It's kind of strange, just the ceremonial aspect of it, that it's lasted. It's a cult, it seems, and it seems to be the most popular cult on earth.
That reminds me that religion is the biggest mafia in the world. I feel like that was a response.
That might have been a response.
So what I meant to say was that reminds me of the time my grandpa was like, religious is the biggest mafia in the world, and we were in a church. That reminds me, and now, well, my mom's not here, so we can't do Ask Mom, but we can do Settle This Petty Shit, where we take a completely anonymous random couple's problems or gripe and have you settle it. This one's a juicy one, guys. And okay, a person has a child during an affair, and it's now the holidays. Should that child go with the family unit, or should that child not go with the family unit because they're from an affair outside of this unit?
Whoa.
Well, does the spouse know that the other person was having an affair? That's a minor detail.
All right, there's so many variables.
It doesn't seem petty.
I know.
They do?
I got this off the internet, by the way. It has nothing to do with my actual life this time. So don't worry.
I'm like,
know.
what's going on? Are you with child?
I wanted to see everybody's reaction first. No, it really is from the internet. I think I shared it, but also I share a lot of shit. So yeah, The thing is, they knew about the affair, but they stayed together. Now there's a baby, and it's turning into a child or a baby. And the other mother, you know, the mother of the baby, wants them to take the baby with them on this family trip for Christmas. And then the family unit is like, no, why can't you take the child? It's like, well, this falls on his week, month, however they've done it. And they're like, well, why are you being so petty and selfish? And the other one's like, why are you being so selfish? So
Yeah,
the internet had an opinion.
I say go with the original paternity agreement, whatever date that child was supposed to be with the family, regardless of the holidays. I've seen way too many issues where, you know, like, let's share holidays, let's share dates. We'll figure it out later. And then all of a sudden, Christmas time comes around.
This is the opposite. Nobody wants the child for the holiday.
I just feel really bad for the child.
Whatever the original agreement was.
I think the child should start a rock and roll band.
Exactly.
I hope so.
And the child is Justin Bieber.
Yeah. So the internet was saying, how dare you not take this child with you on this trip, because now this child will feel unwanted. And then the mother of, like, whatever, you know, the original wife or whatever with the family, that, you know, the original family is like, but the grandmother will take the child if the mother of the child doesn't want the child for Christmas. And the mother wants the child to go on the trip. I have a different opinion. I think it's weird to force a woman to take your child on a trip. You know?
Well, what? Okay, so the wife cheated on the husband, or the husband cheated on the wife?
I'm sorry. Elaine wins most stoned, and I'm going to disagree. But what was your question, Matt?
So the wife cheated or the husband cheated?
The husband cheated. He got
Another
another
variable.
girl pregnant.
Okay.
So he cheated. He got another girl pregnant. A girl that he got pregnant, the person that he cheated with, thinks that the original woman that should take her affair baby on the family trip.
Well, I'm gonna go extreme and say that the husband shouldn't be allowed at the family unit gathering, and he screwed up royally, and he should spend Christmas with his out of wedlock child.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
That actually is not a bad idea. What about his other children though?
That's the consequence. He screwed that up.
Right. How often does he see his other kids? Oh, what, the entire year? Right? He's with his
Maybe,
kids the
I think
entire
so.
year. Fuck that.
I think they live together. I think the way that I understand it is that they live together. They're still together. That family hasn't been broken up, but the child from the affair is shared custody.
Yeah. I say whatever the original plan was, but also what Matt said.
Yeah, Matt has a good idea, but I identify with the person who's like, why do I have to accept this child? But I don't know. I also, there's that the Schwarzenegger. Oh God, he's like now in a movie. Do you know what I'm talking about?
The maid's kid.
Yeah.
The child is expendable? No. What movie?
No, I don't. No.
No, in real life, Arnold Schwarzenegger had an affair with like
yeah.
a maid and had a kid.
That
Yeah.
sucks because Mary is so fucking hot. Oh well.
Yeah. But he's now like I think it's beautiful that like a father is in his life, but I also would understand why it would be weird for the woman, for the wife.
I would maybe ask the kids in the family unit, like the original kids in wedlock.
If everyone knows everything, then be
Yeah.
honest and ask them what they want to do.
I mean, if the kids in wedlock are okay with it, I mean, that should be a factor, because it started off like not the best way, but there is a possibility for a relationship between the kids in wedlock and the kid out of wedlock. So, I mean, that's something else.
Wait, Elaine,
God.
what do you mean by? Sorry.
He's in the weeds.
Yeah. I think she's so high. She's gone. I was gonna say, can't figure out how to press her buttons.
Her audio was not working, she said in
Yeah.
the chat at one point.
I apologize, Matt. I didn't mean to cut you off. What were you saying?
I was saying you should ask the kids that were kids in wedlock, if they want to meet the kid out of wedlock, that should be taken into account too, because it's
Exactly.
possible that they could develop a relationship even though it didn't start the best way. I mean, they are kind of related.
Yeah, no, they totally are. It also is a weird dynamic because like there's this like first kid, second kid, or like this other, like there's this feeling of this other, and like on the one hand, of course, because fuck you, and then on the other hand, it's like, but this is a human being and it's a child. It's so fucking weird.
Another variable. How old is this child? Does this child have any opinions?
Yeah, is it old enough to have opinions yet? I don't know. I didn't read that much into the article.
Can I just share like a quick like family thing? I shouldn't be saying this in public, but it's okay. It's not a big deal. Like my sister had a child when she was living in LA 12 years ago. I don't know how old my nephew is. And then she headed out to Orlando. My parents helped take care of the child and all that. And now he's at the age, he's 11, 12, where he just wants to, he was like, hey, I heard that my real father has kids as well. I want to know who my stepbrothers are. So like she on the other hand, she's just like, I don't want him to know this piece of shit. The guy was an asshole, blah, blah, blah. But he really like it's the kid now who like is like, I want to meet my step family.
That should be taken into account.
That's what I'm
Is
saying.
he an adult?
Does a kid have opinions? Is a kid able to make a decision himself?
Yeah. Is this kid an adult though? Because I think in a situation like that, if the man is toxic, you shouldn't be forced to see him ever fucking again.
That's just
so
like
when the
she
kid
doesn't
is an
wanna get
adult,
back
they
with
can do
him.
that.
He hasn't done nothing to like abuse his children or I'm pretty sure he sent child support, whatever. Like he might do right by introducing his one child to his other children or whatever, but I honestly think it's going to confuse the hell out of my nephew and he should just stay with my sister. You know what I'm saying? So like he is like, no, I want to meet my stepbrothers. I want to know what extended family I have out there. Who makes the decisions? Do you? Do we? Does he make this? He's not an adult, but
We don't.
his mind's gonna be
Well-
racing until he's 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's I don't know. He has every
Very
right
variable.
to, but at the same time, like I don't think it's fair to put a person in a situation where they have to be near a toxic individual. So that's why I don't think the your sister should act as any sort of liaison, I don't think she should have
Right.
to be involved. So if he wants to like friend them on the internet and he's on whatever already, then
Right.
maybe.
Not the first meeting for Christmas, but like, see if he actually gets to know them first.
Yeah. And definitely not a holiday because it's too much stress. Like holidays are just too stressful. I don't know.
That's the other variable. Is this the first time that this couple is going through it? With your story. Is it the
Oh,
first
yeah.
time that they have to make that decision?
I think it sounded like it was. So maybe this is the baby's first year. I don't know.
Oh wow. That's hard, man.
But your thing is real. So
Help me settle my sister's petty shit.
yeah, that's real. Like
Again, not
real.
real petty.
Yeah, they're totally not petty though.
Nah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
have
no,
three
I have a-
stepbrothers. I have three stepbrothers, and like I was never really, I'm complete opposite. I was never like, I want to know who they are. They just like happened upon my life. What are you gonna do? You're gonna meet them eventually, or you're not gonna meet them at all. They're gonna go about your life and do you. Like I would understand. I never met my real father. I never met my real mother. I want to know who they are and why I am the way I am. But stepbrothers, they come from a
Or-
whole other dude that you've never met in your life. They could be like fucking serial killers. That has nothing to do with you.
I would be excited if I had a half sibling.
Well, half
You
or
know.
step.
Oh, I
Step is
said sorry. I
different.
said step. I
Yeah,
have
you said
stepbrothers.
step, but I mean half.
Sorry, I have step because my mother married this guy for like 25 years. So like I say step, but it would be his half brother. Yeah, not his stepbrothers.
And I did have a good friend who her mother and father broke up, like I think possibly before she was born or when she was very, very young. The mother had a new partner and kids with him. And my friend always said she said she always felt like weird and like different when she looked like they all made sense together and she could like intuit that she was the oddball out. And I know that was hard for her. And it also kind of reminds me of, I have a second cousin who is the out of wedlock mom of a child who her dad has, a kid with somebody else. And I truly don't understand why my second cousin, decided to have a baby with a guy who's with somebody else and has a kid already. But you have to really put the child's well-being first. And if the custody agreement says you're taking the kid for Christmas, you don't get to run away and go on vacation and be like, JK, you take him.
Right.
Like,
There's nothing
no,
to
it's in
settle.
the court agreement. You take your responsibility. Like, I
That's
don't
what I'm
care if
saying.
you were going to go on vacation. Yeah, you do actually have to bring, because it's for the kid. It's like, you're grown up, get over your shit, do what's best for this child who's completely innocent and hasn't done anything wrong.
And it wasn't the dad. The dad's kind of like maybe in the middle of it. It's the mom, the wife, the one that is not, and I guess she's the stepmom.
Is
So
this
she's
like a
one.
Reddit, am I the asshole? Or
Yes, yes, it was, but it was also in the news, and I was like,
why
wouldn't it,
couldn't you do the about the asshole about the two cats, Jeans and Jorts?
what was this one?
Jean and Jorts are two cats that work in it's some sort of like a social or psychological like office thing that provides service. And this lady that works there, who is called Pam, started getting into her head that Jorts was, kind of clumsy and would get stuck. So she was gonna like train him. And then the guy who's in charge of Jean and Jorts, or girl, I don't know, I shouldn't assume gender, said that, you can't try to put cups on the cat's head to train it how to get the cup off of its head. Like, just help it if it gets a cup stuck on its head, because he's like a simple cat,
What the fuck?
So then
What is going on? What
he
cat?
said, you know, poor George doesn't have the calico brains of Jean, so you know, he's just a simple orange cat. So then Pam went to HR and said that he's perpetuating negative stereotypes of cats.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
I do know
Being
this.
racist against different colored cats.
Do you remember this? What the fuck?
So calicos are like scholars among the cat community.
Well, and according to Pam, that's what this person was saying.
Wow.
But Pam has to agree to not put margarine onto Jorts anymore to try to get him to clean himself more.
Is there anyone know like a Pam that you actually trust, or I'm kidding?
I know. My dad moved to Florida with a Pam, and I was like, okay. I thought they would, you know, that he would move back when they broke up, and I knew they'd break up, but they broke up and then he stayed there, and I was like, what? I was bamboozled.
Pam.
Yeah.
Pam.
So no to Pam's unless
That's Martin.
Pam's
That's from
a
the
good
show
guy.
Martin. He's always Pam.
Aw.
I like how subtle this became. Like, ooh, that reminds me. We all just gave our own personal story.
I know. It's like your bullshit is bullshit. Here's some real shit. Like similar to that shit. Let me tell you about the real fucking world. Cutting my ass. Dun it. Oh, make me vegan. The simulate chicken nuggets were delicious according to me. Bull did not like them. I thought they were yum.
Yeah, I liked them.
And that was all. And now it's time for C4. Mind-blowing conspiracy theories. With CC. And the conspirators are going out.
I thought I would take us back to a simpler time. Approximately 12 years ago, we all got some sad news. December 20th, 2009, Brittany Murphy passed away under very mysterious circumstances. Roberto is nodding. What do you remember, Roberto?
I thought it was drugs. I didn't know it was mysterious.
Okay. Any other theories people have heard?
Well, I mean, I know the stuff. The
Good stuff.
Well, the part with the creepy relationship with her husband and the mom, and then the mold, and then the weird death, and then the sleeping together, and then he dies the same way, and it's all very creepy and weird.
Yeah, because her husband was this real piece of shit who was like a big liar and a swindler, and he had already, you know, conned many people. And he got to con Brittany Murphy, and he spent like $3 million of her dollars and bought fake jewels and produced fake deeds to fake properties so that it would look like, you know, he had bought real things with this money that he was taking, but he actually didn't. He just, you know, did God knows what with it, including paying tuition probably for one of his out of wedlock kids. Which she didn't know about. And not only was it one, but it turned out then later there were two kids that he's like, you know, one of them, he like lied to the mom to get in her pants and told her that he had like cancer. And, you know, then he like repeated this cancer bullshit story to other people. He was just like a lying like psycho. And, so yeah, then Brittany Murphy dies under kind of mysterious circumstances. They thought it might have been drugs, but she did have drugs in her system, but it seemed like she died from pneumonia. Like that's what was on like the official stuff, is she died from untreated pneumonia because she'd been apparently walking around with it for like weeks and didn't know. And she was also like really underweight because of like, you know, partly Hollywood, like anorexic beauty standards from that time. Like she had been a little heavier and she had to lose a lot of weight. So it was just like she was in a really bad place with this really bad guy. And it seems like he knew he was going to get caught, so he let her die. You know, he didn't take her for medical treatment for, you know, a long time. He just neglected her. And then he had that weird photo shoot that Kathryn was talking about, where he and the mom were like hugging each other. And then they like went on Larry King and said that they snuggle each other. And it was like weird. and real creepy. And then he died the exact same way she did. So yeah, that's strange. And some people
Died
think
the
that maybe
same
the
way
mother
she
did it.
did? He died from untreated pneumonia,
Yep.
or so it was like a murder suicide.
Yeah, but separated by 5 months. But maybe. Maybe murder suicide. Maybe they were both offed by the mother. The mother, by the way, inherited everything from Brittany Murphy's estate. So
it was the
pretty
mother.
fishy. It could have been.
What I think the mother convinced him to do the daughter, or he did the daughter and he was like, I did your fucking daughter and blah blah blah, now I'm fucking you. And then she's like, great, I'll kill you too. But I think that they were in on it together, and then she did it to him before he could do it to her. Or he was so dumb, the thing that he poisoned for her got switched, or whatever it was, and then he drank it, or whatever it was. I don't know if it was drinking or inhaling or what.
They said that they didn't think it could have been poison, but a lot of people do still believe that there's some poison that was used that they just didn't know to test for. But and it was very suspicious. Like, also, they didn't want to have an autopsy, and the police had to say, like, no, we're getting an autopsy. So they were definitely being very fishy and suspicious. And you know, now the mother kind of lives reclusively, and of course the dad was, wondering what happened to Brittany. And this is another speaking of dad not being around, because he and Brittany Murphy's mom separated, and it was like the mother and Brittany together all the time, always lived together, and then like this guy moves in with them and just like spends millions of dollars, and then they both end up dead in their 30s. So yeah, it's mysterious. I don't know.
That's just really fucking sad, man. I'm really down right now, and the rest of my night's gonna be downtrodden.
Oh no.
Thanks, Christina.
Thanks, Christine.
Your mind blown?
No,
Nothing was solved.
Yeah, and now it's time for On This Day in History.
No, I'm joking, Christina. I didn't know a lot of this stuff, so geez, you're a barrel full of education.
All right. On this day in 1890, Sitting Bull was killed by Indian police. After many years of successfully resisting white efforts to destroy him and the Sioux people, the Sioux leader and holy man Sitting Bull was killed by Indian police at the Standing Rock Reservation in South Dakota. 5 years earlier, his refusal to follow an order to bring his people to a Sioux reservation directly led to the famous Battle of Little Bighorn, in which U.S. soldiers of Custer's 7th Cavalry were killed. After that, Sitting Bull fled to Canada, but his people were threatened by starvation, so he returned to the United States. Eventually, he surrendered. There was this thing called the ghost dance movement, and the United States was afraid that that this would inspire an Indian uprising. So ultimately, United States soldiers, they killed Sitting Bull, and nothing was solved.
More sadness. What else we got? Let's keep the sadness going.
We really need uplifting animal news.
Were the Indian police officers that were Native Americans, or were they white people policing the Native Americans?
I'm going to answer that because they're called Indian police. I'm going with a very insensitive group of white men.
Mm-hmm.
Let's find out.
I can tell you next week.
Wow. Thanks for looking into that and
Actually,
researching this fact.
No, Matt, I actually did this. I actually posted about Ghost Dance as well. It was an actual thing where like there was so much tribal wars going on even before the settlers came in. And this ghost dance movement was so crazy. People are still ghost dancing, but it was an actual thing, and the settlers were scared when they saw ghost dances because it started in Nevada in like 1989, a year before he died. They were dancing to like release like the spirits of the dead, and they were supposed to help them win all kinds of wars and battles. And you know, when Abe Lincoln, what, in 63, 65, ordered the slaughter of all the natives, whatever. And then like they were ghost dancing because like, no, that's it. Like never again. There's no more westward expansion. We're gonna ghost dance. And that's what brought all the tribes together. And they were scared about that. That's what it was like some Huey P. Newton movement going on. So like all the tribes, no matter what differences they had before the Westerners came, they all said, fuck this. We're all gonna ghost dance and we're all gonna like have them move forward. And a lot of native tribes, they were like, ghost dancing is basically like their it was, you call it war dancing. They would ghost dance before they start like to attack a white village or a settler's village. And that's why America was so scared, because little by little they started saying, no, we're pushing you all back east. So they had to kill a couple leaders in the process. So yeah, it's so sad, but like ghost dancing was still a thing. And they ended up losing the battle. But
wow, that's interesting.
no, it took like 100 years for everyone to recognize that, you know, this was an actual practice, and this is what brought them together, and this is why, you know. So everyone says like, you know, when Martin Luther King was bringing people together, he got killed, you know, Malcolm X, whatever, Huey P. Newton, whatever, but this is like a century ago. If you find out that there's a people rising up against you, you're gonna destroy their leaders, and then they all just start to disappear. And nothing was solved. What was solved? National Native American Indian Awareness Month. That's it. You know, actually, it's actually not a bad thing that there's a month involved, because every day last month I was trying to, I don't know if y'all saw, I was putting up a story or a picture or something that had to do with education of Native tribes or whatever. And I mean, if I could do it again.
Was last month Native American History Month or something?
Well, after Thanksgiving is Native American Heritage Awareness Day. And yeah, the entire November became the month instead of just a day. Yeah.
And some are calling Thanksgiving Indigenous Peoples Day instead altogether.
I thought that was for Columbus Day.
Oh, the next day.
Oh, I'm wrong.
No, the next.
You're right.
So the next day after Thanksgiving is like a day of mourning, a different Black Friday for them. And then, yeah, instead of Columbus Day, it's Indigenous Peoples Day.
Is there something that they were going to call Thanksgiving? Or is it just Columbus Day that they were changing? And I completely flipped it.
As far as the actual day of Thanksgiving, I don't think so.
This butter is amazing. And that has been the Kathryn Dunn Show. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for listening or watching or whatever it is you're doing. And Elaine, you're not here, but thanks. Frank Kappa, thank you so much for our intro. Cece, thank you for all of our juicy conspiracies. Roberto de Jesus, thank you so much for the weekly wrap down, which I love. No, thank you. And Matt Capazzi, thank you for a list of absolutely no solutions and a beautiful outro. But before that happens, make sure to check out Supreme Bars NYC and anything. Oh, also Frank Kappa has pins, so check out Clown Shoes. And now Roberta will tell you more about that.
Supreme Bars NYC. Oh, real quick before that, Matt, I think that was the best. Nothing was solved, because that wasn't just like a moment in American history or whatever. That was actually like, that was a moment in like, I mean, that was American history, but that was like an actual thing where it decimated a whole bunch of people, not just one person. And you're right. Nothing was fucking solved. That's probably my favorite. Nothing was solved. That wasn't even like, that wasn't like the one cocktail I had. That was really just like, that got me amped up. Supreme Bars NYC. Supreme Bars is a amazing movement. Started out in Orlando, originally called the Hip Hop's Ultimate Challenge, and came to New York 7 years ago. We're celebrating our 7th anniversary all month this month. It is an artist, MC, freestyle competition. Rappers get together and rap about whatever they see. They do not rap against each other. They don't battle each other. They just rap about whatever they see in front of them. And that's what brings the community together more, as well as a producer beat battle, bringing producers and artists together to make amazing music. And that's Supreme Bars. And
Be sure to
scene.
check that out. Thank you. And be sure to check that out. And now for Map Kapasi.
The world is really screwed up, so we need uplifting animal news. Because if I listen to the news, I get the blues. So I need uplifting animal news. Florida manatees are screwed. We need something more uplifting. More uplifting animal news.